I really hate that it had to be Jey Uso and his wife filing for divorce after 12 years of marriage. All because he stepped out and was messing with Jada Parker, aka Miss Parker. For those who don't know, Jey Uso's a WWE SmackDown wrestler, and he cheated on his wife for 12 years. She filed for divorce. Reports have been showing Jey Uso out with Jada Parker, very flirtatious. He's claiming her on his IG story, doing all the things a married man should never do. And they tend to say married men can be some of the most dangerous people. And Jey Uso is just one of those unfortunate married men who just decided that he saw some candy and wanted his cake and eat it too. So, with that being said, I really hate that for Jey Uso's wife, Takesha. I think her name is Takesha or Takesia. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But I really, really just, my heart goes out to her. But, you know, good for her to know that she doesn't need to deal with that. She doesn't deserve that. And, you know, Jada Parker, granted, you technically don't owe his wife any loyalty because she married Jey Uso. However, I have a problem with women knowingly cheating with men and vice versa. If you know that person is married, you know that person is taken, but let alone married, that should automatically tell you, don't touch that. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that is a character flaw. If you're just okay with messing with a married man or a married woman and you're in the public eye at that says something about your character, and I don't respect it. And I automatically am not a fan of Jada Parker because of that. Because at the end of the day, you knew that man was married, and Jey Uso, they're both just at fault at this point. Because when you knowingly are involved with somebody who's married, because I don't touch marriage. That is a very sacred thing to me. As I mentioned probably in previous videos, I grew up in a married home, and my parents are still married till this day. They are 28 years of marriage as of earlier this year, or a couple months ago, or a few months ago, sorry. But anywho, I digress. And that's just something that I hold very sacred to my heart, near and dear to my heart. And I see myself being married to, God willing, the person I'm with now. So for me, that is something that I truly value, you know, completely. And I just think that it's never good to cheat with somebody who's married, because karma is a thing, and karma don't miss, and karma don't care what you look like. Karma don't care how much money you got. Karma don't care what your name is, how good you look, how well you keep yourself together. You cannot touch certain things and people a certain way and expect good outcomes. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't touch that when it comes to people being married. I don't even talk, when I was single, I don't even talk to people who was in a relationship, okay? And if I find out you are in one and it's not clear from the jump, hands off. But again, let alone married, that's a whole nother scenario. That person made vows to their significant other, to their spouse. That person made a lifelong commitment. Not only that, they have kids involved. And I'm not one to say stay with somebody because y'all got kids, but it was a better way you could go about that. If you're unhappy, and hindsight's always 20/20, but if you're unhappy, you don't see yourself married to this person anymore, simply have that conversation with them. Don't be selfish, don't be greedy, don't be inconsiderate, don't be nasty, because at the end of the day, again, you are in the public eye. That is just, I'm sure, and I can empathize in terms of, I can only imagine how she feels, but woman to woman, heart to heart, that's gotta be a shitty feeling, completely. Never been married, never gone through a divorce, but I can imagine, God willing, when I get to that point in my life, or I don't want to imagine that that's not something that I ever want to have to endure. So I can empathize with her just as a human being. Put all the other things aside. Just as a human being, I can empathize with her, because that's not fair. That's very ugly. And ultimately, did she even know like that y'all were, you know, not on the best terms? Or did she even know that you were unhappy? Like, I need to hear more about that too. But even still, that does not excuse it. We can acknowledge that someone's unhappy, but we don't excuse it through cheating, right? Or we don't excuse cheating through that, more so. But yeah, I just want to know your thoughts. Again, not a fan, not team any of that, because I don't support that at all. I think I kind of touched on this before and maybe another video about another situation. But I just want to hear your thoughts. Let me know what y'all think. And continue to like, subscribe, and comment and share this video. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good one. Bye.